Sure. So swimming diving's kind of an interesting sport in the fact that we start in August, but we're a winter sport. So actually, when we head to Rochester in 2 weeks, we're probably about halfway through our season already. So in that aspect, though, we've had an outstanding beginning to our season. The recent polls just came out, and the men's team is 12th in the country, and the women's team is 18th in the country. So they've done an outstanding job. We entered the season not quite sure where we would be. We lost about 30 seniors last year to graduation, and so we were kind of just searching a little bit to see where our place would be and how everything would fall in place. And we've been very excited and pleased with the results so far. And we've had some sophomores, juniors, and seniors that have really stepped up and filled some shoes, and so we've had an outstanding beginning to the season. I think it's outstanding. I think if you attended the red and black inter-squad meet, the stands were packed. The alumni meet, we had over about, I think it was 78 alumni come back. The meet we had this weekend, the stands were packed, and we just were swimming one team each. So as far as attendance, it's always great. I think we have a lot of good supporters of swim and dive, and so it's always an exciting atmosphere because of the kind of the way our pool is conformed. So it's a pretty cool environment that our kids get to compete in, and it's not always the nicest pool, but I think it's a good place to compete and race against other people. It's actually, in my 25 years, it's probably been some of the best leadership we've ever had. We kind of have a different concept in leadership. We have what's called the leadership team. And so there's 2 individuals from each gender, from each grade level, that participate on our leadership team. And so we have a group of 14 to 15 individuals that we meet all the time. And they talk about all kinds of things, about supporting their teammates, community service, just how they can make things better with us and the coaches. And so in my 25 years, this is probably one of the strongest leadership groups that we've ever had.
Okay, so this is my 4th season as a Husky, so it's nothing new for me, being in the weight room, being in the pool. This year, we kind of changed my training schedule, so cut down a little bit on practices just to stay healthy as we move through our season. It's been working great. Had some iffy swims earlier in the season, but again, we had an incredible meet at St. Thomas. A lot of our athletes got up there and showed up and put out their best effort and had some crazy races, and I was up there with them. So I'm excited as we move forward, going to our midseason meet in a couple weeks here, and then Puerto Rico in conference. It'll be exciting to see what we do as a team there. It's awesome. We have grown up swimming together, so I think I was 1st or 2nd grade, and she was kindergarten. When we started swimming, it was like a weird situation with our neighbors. We're like, oh, we have to go to practice, and we're like, oh, well, we're coming with, obviously. And we kind of just stuck with it. It's been awesome. It's incredible to have someone who you know is like always there for you. For people who swam with a sibling or competed with a sibling or just like have siblings, kind of know what that connection's like. You know there's always someone there for you. But it gives you a different perspective, kind of, because you have the ability to take a step back, and it's like, oh, I have family here. And then we go into like parent night, and it's like, oh, we're lucky enough that like our parents are both retired, so they're at all of our meets. And then there's people who are, again, from like Malaysia and my roommates from Spain, and they don't get to see their parents for like the majority of the year. So it gives you perspective on like, wow, I really am lucky to be in this situation. Yeah, I think a lot of it, as Coach Egley mentioned, is just the like change in leadership that we've had. It's cool being here for 4 years because you kind of see the progression and the change. It's not that we've ever had poor leadership or bad leadership by any means, but the transition from going to like a traditional captain setup where it's like, oh, we have 4 or 5 captains who are all seniors, into this leadership committee situation where it's like there are people in every class, so you know, like, oh, if I like need to go to someone, like I have a group of people, I have this committee that like I can go to, and I can pick and choose who I want to go to. And I think that has made everyone kind of feel just more comfortable and at home because they know that there are people there for them. So I think just the community that we've developed as a team has been incredible. We do stuff outside of the pool. We go support volleyball. A lot of us would go watch the home soccer games here. But it's just that stuff that we're able to do together and to keep working like forward as a team that has kept us strong. And then again, if like any of the home meets or any of our meets as a whole, everyone's standing up on the side of the pool, which is usually like what Huskies do. Like we're there to support each other, whether it's men's and women's, or if it's just our women's conference, like we're there to support. Like we're here as one team, we're a family. I think that's just been pushing really strong this year. So say that's kind of where we're at.
It's really awesome, not something a lot of people get to do. For me, growing up, swimming was a little different. I didn't really like it for most of my life, and then in high school, I actually quit swimming for a few years, and she was one of the people that encouraged me to come back and get back into it, and of course I really like it now, but I wouldn't be like the swimmer I am from that aspect because we grew up racing each other. Used to swim the same events as her, so we would go back and forth all year round. We would just push each other really hard, and again, it's always really nice to have someone who I know is always there for me, and just having family here is always makes it seem like we're a little closer to home. Yeah, so both of our parents were athletes growing up. Our mom was a All-American track star. She was really good at track. She ran for UWO in Wisconsin, but our dad played baseball and other sports in high school, but never played them in college. But then when we moved into a new house right when I was starting kindergarten, and our neighbors encouraged us to try swimming, something that neither of our parents ever did. So we kind of just got into that. It slowly, we played soccer, we did dance, we did a bunch of other stuff, but swimming eventually kind of took over, and we obviously stuck with it. And our parents have always been very supportive of our athletics. Our mom even started coaching us in high school for our high school team because she was a teacher. So it's always been very supported and encouraged that we're like competing, and they have grown to really like swimming and watching us compete in that. I love competing here. I've had some of my best races in this pool here. My season has, of course, been very up and down, but it's always nice to come back home and compete here because the energy is always a lot higher. Our parents are here regardless, but when we see them here, we can go out to dinner easier, do all that. So it's just a lot more like encouraging going into meets. It's less stressful. It's more like mellow and everything. And then, of course, we always have great competitions. So in these events, I had taken second, but it was a really good opportunity to like race really fast people and do all that. And I'm really proud of how I performed, and I'm really proud of how my team performed, especially coming off of a very challenging week of training.
Yeah, it's been a really standout season for all of our guys. I think, like the ladies touched on, our team culture has just been great this year. Everyone's been super close, and I think it really takes it to the next level when we're training. We can all really push each other, and then there's also we can lean on each other outside of the pool, and I think that's something really special. It's my third year here, so I've seen that progression. Our group has kind of become closer as I've been a Husky, so that's something really cool to see. And yeah, I think practices, competing, we've been really energetic on the pool deck this year, energetic in all our competitions. I think that's definitely a standout moment. Nothing stands out to me for pre-meet. I think I'd really just touch on, like, in my 3 years, we've been cheering the most. Like, every single race, it's the 1,000 free is up, everyone's on their feet, no one's sitting down. And I think that really stands out, and that's why people come here. You see a lot of college teams, especially when we go to conference or big invites, they'll have maybe 5 people up, and the rest of everyone sitting down on the benches, sitting down on the bleachers, whereas our men and women, we're all up, we're all cheering, our entire team. And I think that's really why we get these people from Missouri, why we get these international transfers, is they come here and they see that team culture, and that just really stands out to them. So yeah, I think that's definitely the spark in our program this year. I'd just say that's a result of our excellent coaching staff. I think our Coach Hegley does a great job, but then all of our our volunteer coaches, they really foster open communication, but then they really also value the things outside of the pool. We are student athletes, so I think the coaches do a great job emphasizing going to classes, but also supporting other Husky events. I think that definitely brings us close together. We go to a bunch of volleyball games as a team. We've been to soccer games, hockey games, all the like. So I think one, it's the coaches, but also the bonding we've done outside of the pool that it really brings us together.
Yeah, so we have Rochester coming up, our big midseason. Most people get like a 2-week rest period, which will really help us get faster. Start of the season's gone great. For me, it's probably been one of my better seasons, holding on to training, not just completely getting broken down and dying every day. Still definitely do that, especially on Mondays, but the season's going well altogether. Really excited for the team just to kind of get out there, get some rest, and see where we are. Hopefully we shoot up the rankings a little higher. Our team rests really well, so hopefully that gets us going here. Yeah, so we're in the GLIAC on the men's side, and that's a bunch of Michigan teams, so I looked around there, kind of got told no from a couple of them, iffy on a couple others. My aunt's out here in Edina, saw her and decided we'd take a tour up here. Really fell in love with the place, love with the coaching staff. No one made me feel quite as at home as Coach Hegley did and Coach Annie and Coach Abby. I didn't really make a decision based on academics just because I knew at the time swimming was my priority, but as I've kind of gotten older, St. Cloud is definitely the place where I can get a great degree, accounting and finance, so best of everything.